Hello and welcome to Panic Props. Today we're working on some more Witch's Brew or Potion ingredient bottles. These ones I picked up from the dollar store, the Dollar Tree in fact. And so each of these was $1. Makes a real cheap project. Some of the items I picked up is this black cedar. It was a candle. As you can see, it's empty now. And then I also picked up this Good Vibes one. Doesn't matter which ones you pick up, but I like these because of the different shapes of the bottles. And they came with corks, which is great for this project. I did just light the candle, let it melt down, poured out the wax, lit it again, kept doing that. And then at the end, it was just pretty much wax around the outside edges and then the edges here, the corners. So I pretty much just melted it down. It was nice and soft. And I used a wooden stick to actually dig it all out of there when I was done. And, you can enjoy the smell of these for a while, and then once you get down to the bottom, then you can repurpose them. Always repurpose. It makes it great. You're not throwing these away, making use of them. And, these are great with the corks. These bottles, different shapes always. Your witches' shelves are going to be covered with all kinds of different shaped bottles with all kinds of different ingredients. So, for the other three I went with is these bottles of, they're actually little shells. So I've got 3 different kinds here, and the reason I picked these ones is also because of the cork on the top. And the specific ones I picked out are these white ones. If you look closely, they look like fingernails, which is great. Fingernails would be any witch's brew or potion, and they have a little purple on the inside of these shells, so it gives a little bit of depth, and it looks like it would be peeled right off the finger. A little bit of dried blood in there. And I'm thinking about adding some fake blood or maybe acrylic to the inside of each of these, just to give them more of a pulled off the finger effect. A little bit of flesh in there, whatever. So that one will work out real well. In fact, it would work out the way it is, but I'm going to go ahead and add some color to that. These ones here, there were more in there, but I'm making a bottle of spotted slugs. So these ones are spotted shells. From a distance though, they do look like a slug. There were some white ones in there, some striped ones in there. So I did pour them out, went through them all, and I pulled out the spotted ones so that I can have a specific ingredient for that one, the spotted slugs. And then this one here, I just pretty much took the ingredients that were left over out of this one and filled this bottle up more, because I'm actually going to grind these ones down to smaller pieces, but they are like a green shell, if you can see. They do have green tone and stuff. I'm thinking about like lizard skin, dried lizard skin or something for these ones, so I will grind those down. It'll be more of a powdery, probably a partial powder, partial grit. So I'm going to go with like a lizard skin or a lizard scale with that one. So the reason I went with all the corks is because we're going to do a coffee stain with those, so that'll be our first step after sorting through here and getting the wax out of these ones. These two here I will have to find ingredients for inside of. I haven't decided exactly what yet, but we will come across something later on in the video. But the first step we're going to do is stain these corks. So we're going to remove every cork from each bottle. And we're going to take some of these are stuck, but we're going to take coffee, like just fresh coffee, pour it into a bowl, take all these corks and submerge them into the coffee. And you're going to want to put something on top, possibly another bowl on top of them, to keep them submerged for at least 6 hours. So that way it has enough time to soak the coffee into the cork. It'll give it a really nice dark stain, and to give it more definition to the cork. So all those little grains and stuff, they're going to have their own little color, different tones of color. So it'll also help with the effect of the potion room, the brew room for the witch. So we'll go with that, and we'll be back once we get those stained, and probably grind these down, get a little more effect, and probably work on these fingernails I'm doing. So if that's what you want to do for your potions, bottles, again, follow these, and they make really good props. And I will see you soon, back with the corks when they're done, and couple of these finished up, and then we will get to labeling them for what's inside of each bottle. And at that point, I may also have some ingredients for you to put into these as well. So your own unique idea, whatever you want to put in these, or you can follow what I'm going to do and just go with those steps, and it'll complete the project for you. We'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we are back now. We have our completed jars here. As you can see here, the corks are a little bit darker. They have more detail to the lighter and dark cork in there. That is from the coffee staining. It worked really well. I kept it in there for the full amount of time, and definitely added some darker tones to it, gave it more detail, so that worked out really well. I labeled this one with cardstock. It's like a off-white, more of a brownish tan. I went with a color that matches the cork, the lighter color of the cork. So I used a printer, changed each of the labels, the text, so they all are different than each other. I don't want anything looking the same. I also glued on some rope around the top of these old candle jars, just to give them a little more of a creative look. Kind of matches the ribbon better on these ones. So the other thing I did is with the larva, I just put rice inside here, so it's going to look like larva from a distance on the shelf or table or whatever. So that would be the larva one. This other candle jar I found, again, the cork was darkened with the coffee stain. Another rope glued around there, and then I used these little foam beads that you can get from the Dollar Tree is where I got those ones from. Whole bag of them. I used them in multiple videos. These ones are for the fly eggs. I also used them as spider eggs in the test tube vial video. So you could actually look up that video. You'll see these same foam balls inside the test tube for the spider eggs. So this one, fly eggs, works out well. I just use a general all-purpose glue for putting those on. School glue, Elmer's glue. It holds it on there. These are the spotted slugs. For the most part, I left these jars alone. I did coffee stain the corks, and then pretty much just put the labels on. I did like these shells. They did have a black spotted look to them, and so I just kind of kept them the same. I pulled out the white ones that were in there. Was some mixed in there, but I kept all the spotted ones in there. There were a lot, and they look like snails or slugs actually. So I just named it spotted slugs. I don't know if there's such a thing, but it works in this case. These fingernails, these were a lot of fun. It's just a white shell, but what I did, as you can see, some of them had a little purple in them, and other ones I didn't. I sorted them out from purple to just the plain white ones, and with the white ones, I mixed some black and red acrylic, pretty much 3/4 red, 1/4 black, or it might have been 2/3 red, 1/3 black, to get a different color of red, more of like a blood red. And with some of these, you can see there's red in there. Can't really see it too well in the video, but it looks like they were freshly pulled right off of somebody and put in this jar. So some bloody fingernails. That works really well. I really like that one. It's got a really good look to it. And then the lizard skin one. I haven't crushed these shells yet. I haven't decided if I'm really going to or not. I do like the look of it. It does look like a slab of skin from a lizard. Does have that. These shells actually have some bumpy pattern to them. They got some lines in them like a lizard would have for different shapes and designs on the skin. So I actually might leave this one the way it is. And the only other changes I'm going to make to these, I'm not going to do it on the video, but I'm going to do it off video, is I'm going to get some medium brown paint, maybe take a toothbrush or a nice bristled brush, and I'm just going to stay away from these a little ways and just kind of run my thumb over the bristles, and I'll actually spatter these with some of the brown paint and it'll give these labels a little more aged look. They're not going to look so perfectly tan and straight and perfect. They're going to have some speckling on them, some spatter, and it'll make them look more used, more aged, as if they've been in the lab, or your brewing area, your kitchen, wherever you're going to put these. It'll give them more of a used look, and make them feel a little more into the decor of your haunt or your home, or whatever you're designing with this. So there you go. You have your jars, your shell jars, these three, and your 2 candle jars here, multi-purposed, all Dollar Tree, Dollar General, dollar stores. You can pick these up $1 each. So you're looking at $5 here. The rope I got off of a candle, so that was repurposed. The coffee staining, obviously it's going to be free if you have coffee at your house, your parents have coffee, whoever's doing this. And a little bit of acrylic paint. One small piece of the cardstock, or you can use standard paper, whatever you want. Paint on these by hand. And really, you're making a lot for very little. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a like, share it with your friends, family, co-workers, strangers, whoever you want. Share it with everybody. It's great. And make sure you subscribe. We've got more coming to your way. Talk to you later. This is Panic Props.